If you look closely at the charging port, there's a positive and a negative, obviously, to charge the battery, but there's a third contact, and that's connected to what is called a thermistor, thermostat, that's potted with the battery inside the unit. And that thermistor, when the battery hits a threshold temperature, it sends a signal to the charger to stop. Battery cools down, charger starts back up again. It's not only a really effective way of managing heat that might damage the battery, it's a great way of saying, stop charging entirely, I'm full. The battery will send a signal by virtue of its temperature to tell the charger to stop. And actually, people that are familiar with nickel metal hydrides, they can get hot to the touch. Paintball, radio-controlled cars and planes and things, stuff that uses a lot of energy. What people are tempted to do is to charge them fast, which is okay, but the more amps you hit that battery with, the more heat that's going to be generated. Happily, with this charger, which puts out 1.8 amps, the case doesn't even become warm. The Revolt acts as a real effective heat sink. The thermistor tells the charger when to back off. We've had flawless results. It works very well. Another issue, and this hasn't come up, but I imagine it will, like most batteries, nickel metal hydride expands and contracts during charge and discharge. And I don't want to give away too much of our R&D, but I can tell you that we've addressed that. And we've addressed that, and we've still managed to hold the battery in such a way that it's protected from impact. Like everything we build, as best we can, we get the best stuff we can. All the hardware is stainless steel. The little eye loops here are cast stainless steel. They're not stamped. Very strong. And actually these serve a number of purposes. One of them is to protect the faceplate in case this thing is dropped and it happens to land on the face. We also have, and we're still nailing down the particulars, but it'll be soon that we'll have available a paracord woven strap to hold it with. It's 2.5 pounds. If you were toting it around, it'd be nice to have a little handle. Obviously, you could take a strap with a couple of clips, clip on this, throw it over your shoulder. And the unit also ships with this Molly bag. This is made by Voodoo Tactical. Pretty well known for making nice, tough, hard-use gear. The Revolt fits real nice in here. Doesn't slop around. If it's on your hip, it's not going to bounce, at least not very much. It's tight. In fact, it's so tight that nothing else fits in this case. And we do have, just got samples in last week, and we will be offering another bag, also by Voodoo. It's very similar, a little bigger. It's got some side pockets, and it is able to not only hold the Revolt, but the charger and the wall cord and the adapter, probably a couple other small items if you want to keep them with you. But with this Molly bag, the Revolt fits real snug, real tight. You may have noticed. We've got red, yellow, and white. Generally speaking, red is for EMTs, and yellow is search and rescue, and the white is kind of a civilian version. Get whatever you want. They're all otherwise the same. One of the things also that, there's going to be some customers, depending on the timing in which they see this video, they're going to be very happily surprised. We've been able to incorporate a digital voltmeter. I thought it was a shortcoming of the early Revolts that we did not have that, because there's no easier way, at least, to quickly have an idea of the state of charge. It's true, you can charge a thing up until the charger says it's done and you know it's full. But a week later in the field, if you're not sure how much it's been used, you're going to start worrying about how much energy is left. at least with the voltmeter now, you can have an opinion that's informed. The reason I say some people are going to be happy is because they bought they bought a Revolt based on description and images that did not have this voltmeter. But when the brown truck pulls up at their house, this is what they're going to get. So we're happy to be able to do that, and at least for the time being, we are not raising the price because of this voltmeter. We'll see what happens, but right now everything you see is $225. The juice boxes we ship to the lower 48 for no cost. Probably not going to be able to do that with the Revolt. At least we haven't done that yet with the Revolt. The margins are just too tight, and we're kind of struggling to hold costs where they're at. And hope to be able to do that, continue to do that for some time. So trying to think if there's anything else. The website is portableuniversalpower.com. You can also find us by Googling. And you can Google Portable Universal Power or the company name, which is Hardened Power Systems. Again, my name is Bill Harrison. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Always welcome questions, comments, whatever. Some of you folks know me, and we appreciate your interest and your support. And we absolutely love it when we get the pictures back, or video, or even just a message, email or whatever, talking about what you guys are doing with your juice boxes and your Tough Pups and your Revolts. And I guess really the only other thing I wanted to do, not very scientific, I know, and I hope I didn't throw like a girl. It is kind of a heavy thing. This pulls almost 3.5 amps at 110 volts. I imagine you can tell. Nothing up my sleeve. This isn't battery powered. It's meant to be plugged into the wall. And I guess that kind of brings up, the Revolt will dump a lot of juice if you need it to. Probably the best example is if your car won't start, and if the only problem really is the battery, you can plug the Revolt in the cigarette lighter and jump start your car or your truck. Again, that's subject to the only problem being a dead battery. But in any event, I'm going to have to, I think, get rid of this so I can walk back there. But hang with me for 1 second, and we'll see if I broke this thing.